Thanks for tuning in this Wednesday. 2K Sports presents the NBA. In this game, we'll see New York against Houston. I'm Kevin Harlan, and with me tonight, Craig Anthony and Tim Legler. So the New York starting five. Quentin Richardson's out there with Jalen Johnson. Then it's Jones. Then it's World B3. And it's Brunson in at the 1. And for the Rockets, they've got Malone. He's out there with Tracy McGrady. Olajuwon is out there with Harden. And it's Murphy in at the point guard position. And check out the pair of Rockets we have on the floor, Greg. Tracy McGrady and Hakeem Olajuwon out there together. This will be great.
And Hakeem the Dream, probably the best player to ever put on that Rocket shoe.
Agreed. And then you have the skill of McGrady with him.
Unreal combo. McGrady has it. You name it, T-Mac has it. He is the full package.
Jones looking for an opening. Johnson in the corner. Brunson outside. Jones sets the pick for Brunson. And again, New York with the triple.
And for a high-volume three-point shooter, Brunson is really efficient.
Harden outside. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Harden's got 5.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
Yeah, he was so ready to answer that. These teams are just battling.
And it's Houston's ball. Lets the 3 fly. And another 3 for Houston.
No one hits a pull-up like the Beard. I mean, he's perfected the quick stop and pop. And that thing is a deadly shot.
Brunson, good.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
And we knew coming into this game, we expected him to be very involved early.
Now, here is McGrady. Malone outside. Murphy against Brunson. 6 to shoot. The 3 from Harden. Hands it from downtown. 11 points in the game.
Beautiful stroke on the 3 ball. Harden is a lights-out shooter from this area.
He powers through. Size and skill. That is a tough tandem to contend with.
Now, here is Murphy. Pass to Olajuwon. And then Olajuwon with the dunk.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Yeah, not only does he create the space he needs, but then he attacks downhill.
And Brunson more than comfortable shooting the 3. And boy, is he efficient when he lets it fly.
Murphy passes to Olajuwon. Now Harden takes a 3. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Yeah, that's how you create that spacing, and that will open up a lot of options offensively.
Good on the 3-point shot.
The competitive spirit of Brunson shining through. He just had to answer that last shot.
And here's a timeout now from Coach Rudy Tomjanovich. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Yao, he's checked in for Houston. Drexler comes in for McGrady. Murphy against Brunson. That one goes. Count it.
Taking it up strong against size. He does not lack for confidence.
Well, the best approach against a bigger defender is to go right into their chest.
Brunson, good.
And he's got the confidence. Brunson playing out of his mind.
Drexler outside. Back to Murphy. Malone in the corner. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Johnson the screen. Here's free. And again, New York with the triple. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Back to Murphy. Houston moving the ball around. Harden's shot is off. New York with the ball. Johnson for three. That one doesn't go.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Malone dishes to Harden. Good, and the assist goes to Malone. Harden's got 17.
Oh, that is a moonshot by Harden. He is incredible.
Screen by Jones. And the basket by Free.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Yeah, just going back and forth. It is really competitive out there.
Jalen Brunson has been on display for New York. Here's the number you need to know. He buried 5 three-pointers that quarter. And we've... And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And what stands out to you from New York in this one?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
It's what the league looks like these days, but it's not always easy to pull off and execute.
We've got Drexler. Now is out there with Elijah. And it's Chris Paul. And it's Tom Janovich in at the 3. It's the 5 for Houston right now. And the wide-open shot from Paul. It's good from long range. Paul's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for Houston. Johnson with a screen on Paul. There's Brunson from deep.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Yeah, it's been a close matchup, which we expected, and this could very well come down to some big shots at the end.
Yao with a screen on Richardson. Tom Janovich. That 3 off the mark. New York with the ball. Richardson the pass to Johnson. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
I love how fearless Johnson is. He does not back down from contact.
This is his first free throw of the game. Tracy McGrady's checked in for the Rockets. And the second free throw, good. And here's a timeout now from Coach Rudy Tomjanovich. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Houston trails by 3. Puts it up. It's rebounded by New York. Here's Johnson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Yao Ming.
Well, he was determined to get that whistle. Jalen Johnson never even thought about backing off.
For the Rockets, Sampson's checked in, and it's Harden in for Clyde Drexler. Ball against Brunson. Paul kicks to Sampson. Pass to McGrady. Three-pointer, drills the three-pointer. McGrady's got his first 3 points of the game.
And how about getting a hand up on McGrady, especially when he's looking to shoot from the outside?
Brunson surveying the D. And he's got the answer. Brunson issues his response.
And right now, he is cooking. His guys would be smart to keep feeding the beast.
It'll go, and the New York leaders got back down to 2 at those points from Harden.
And, you know, if you score on Harden, this guy's going to take it personal. Answers right back.
On deep, Brunson. Sampson pulls it in. Olajuwon outside. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And that's just too deep. Olajuwon with way too many moves in there, almost automatic.
And Doug Christie wants a timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. So New York ends up going with the new group. Murphy against Pritchard. Duran sets the screen for Pritchard. Drains the three-pointer. Pritchard's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And running the pick and roll is such a huge part of the NBA. Nice execution there.
Hayes, no good. New York leading by 3. Harden sets the screen for Knipple. And again, New York with the triple.
That's his shot. When Knipple gets any sliver of breathing room from deep, he's going to fire.
Right side Murphy. It's stolen by Duran. Knipple with it. And it's Harden picking him up. Good on the shot.
Oh, what a steady presence offensively and a very difficult player to game plan for.
Jalen Duran has certainly forced him in this NBA. He's a nightly double-double.
Well, he looks like a bouncer at a nightclub, but you forget how young this guy is. If he keeps improving like this, Kevin, he has a chance to be one of the premier bigs in this league.
I was going to say the same thing about you, but I'll call you a Greek god as opposed to a bouncer in a bar. How's that?
I much prefer the Greek god description.
And here's Harden for three. Jaquez with the rebound. Here's New York. They're on an 11-3 run. And Knipple slams it in.
That's an emphatic message from Knipple, letting everyone know he's arrived.
Here's Murphy. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Pritchard passes to Duran. And again, New York with the triple.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, they've gotten the matchup they want every time up the floor, and they have taken advantage of that.
And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. Here is Harden. 23 points in the game. A 3-ball. That shot, no good. Here's Knipple. God, what a play!
That is fun to watch. Lets it go at the very last second.
Oh, with the clock running down, man, that was close.
And so it's New York looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. We'll return shortly. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You know, Jalen Brunson has been exceptional here, guys. Wow.
Yeah, and the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
Well, he's found his rhythm out there for sure. Now let's see how the defense adjusts to him in this half.
Here's who Doug Christie is starting in the second half. We've got Peyton Pritchard. Terrence Ross is out there with Jaime Jaquez. Then there's Jalen Duran. And it's Knipple in at the shooting guard. Harden kicks to McGrady. Off target with his 3. New York leading by 14. Jaquez sets a screen for Knipple. And again, New York with the triple.
And what a read by Knipple, seeing what the pick and roll opens up and using it.
Olajuwon dishes to Murphy. And the layup falls. Murphy's got 6 points.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, getting a high percentage look right out of the locker room to start the second half. Exactly what they were looking for.
McGrady outside. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. McGrady's got his second bucket.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Yeah, just going back and forth. It is really competitive out there.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Well, they certainly have the shooters to do it. It's just about finding that rhythm.
And here's a timeout now from Coach Rudy Tomjanovich. He's ready to talk things through with them. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Harden surveying the D, and another 3 for Houston.
And that that time converting off the catch. Harden showing a little bit of everything tonight.
Duran sets the screen for Ross, and he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Houston trails by 15. McGrady outside. And then Olajuwon with the dunk.
Such a graceful player. Hakeem is light off the ground there for that rebound, and then the skill to send that one home.
Pritchard from outside. The rebound by Harden. Olajuwon passes to Murphy.
Stifling the offense in close. I love how he got right into their business there.
Jaquez with the bucket.
When Jaquez is hitting the three, it really opens up this offense.
Outside, Olajuwon. The three from Harden. It's rebounded by New York. Jaquez has got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Knippel. And Knippel slams it in.
What a pass right there. Coaches love seeing guys making it easy for their teammates.
McGrady passes to Murphy. Back to McGrady. And Harden wide open. He shoots. The Rockets with another miss.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making...
That's as good as it gets. Woo!
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And they just keep building out this lead. With each made basket, their confidence increases.
Will it go? And that one's good. McGrady's got 6 points in the quarter.
And is there any shot T-Mac doesn't have?
And so it's Pritchard who brings the ball up for New York. They led the game at 1 point by 20.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Well, they are making something very difficult look simple right now.
And it's in there.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
Pritchard from outside. And again, New York with the triple.
And you can see he's found his rhythm here in the third quarter. You can just sense the uptick in confidence. Everything he puts up from long range seems to be going. And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Duran finds Jaquez. Kept alive by New York. Olajuwon with the block.
Without a doubt, one of the most versatile shot blockers in the game. Olajuwon does it in the painted area as well as along the perimeter.
Well, this team relies on his scoring, and no shocker, he's done his part.
The three from Harden. Hits it from three-point range. Harden's got 29.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
And when you give up a three, there's always this instinct to try and get it back immediately.
And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, I like the fact he didn't telegraph it. That's poetry in motion right there.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Tracy McGrady is out there with Harden. Then it's Drexel. Then there's Hayes. And it's Yao in at the center. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Back to McGrady. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
And McGrady has an impressive vertical there, showing once again with how well he dunks the basketball.
Three-pointer, Pritchard. Buries it from three-point range. Pritchard's got 30.
And he's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, we talk about winning basketball all the time and what it looks like. Well, that defense right there, that's the opposite of that.
Hits the three-point bomb.
Well, this is the kind of production this team wants out of Knippel, attacking efficiently without hesitation.
Here's McGrady, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Oh, get out of his way.
No way the D was going to slow him down. That's a 2 from Pritchard. And again, it's New York.
I tell you what, I don't know what he did in the locker room, but he needs to do a little bit more of it because he's on fire.
Harden against Pritchard. Harden can't hit. Jaquez outside. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And it's Houston's ball. At the elbow, Harden. Castellano. And finished off by Yao.
Check out Yao doing big man things. I mean, this guy's size makes those openings easy picking.
Pritchard gets the bucket.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
Well, they are hunting deep shots, but they'll take the layup if you give them one. Well, he led his teammate and hit him in stride. You really can't do it any better than that.
Took him no time at all on that one. Pritchard's got 38 points.
And since the break, he's just been money from beyond. When he's this hot, the green light just doesn't seem to get any greener.
McGrady up top. Jaquez with the steal. And Kneppel now top of the key. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. A wide open look for Drexler. Oh, good with the triple. Here's New York to the inside. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Pritchard's got 13 points now in the quarter.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Yeah, with each bucket, he denies any thought of a comeback.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-ups.
Deliver the hammer!
What a finish!
That is not possible. What we just... is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. McGrady. Another miss by Houston. And so here is New York. Pritchard from outside buries the long-range jumper. Pritchard's got 43 points.
And no doubt about it, in order for them to be successful, he has got to be a catalyst when it comes to scoring.
To end the run, Ross grabs the board.
He's been way off the mark in this second half, just unable to get any kind of rhythm going.
Pass to Pritchard. And again, New York with the triple.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
They are playing with so much confidence. They've been clutch all the way around.
Doing it with style. McGrady punishing the D for giving him that kind of airspace.
Pritchard from outside sinks the three-pointer. Pritchard's got 49 points in the game.
He must have visualized this one because everything is falling.
Inside, here's Hayes, and Hayes throws it down.
Oh, fellas, that was a vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Pritchard from outside, and again, New York with the triple.
Just a humongous fourth quarter for him, especially from long range, just in a groove now, and that tray has been deadly.
Now, Ross from deep three-point territory. Puts up a three, and another three from Pritchard.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's just good coaching. They have made the better adjustment.
So no problem for New York as they get the win. A resounding victory for them. And